Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out Level 5, the Visitor Center story for LEGO Jurassic World, and this actually happens to be the last level for the first movie, so we are moving right along already. We got a handful of trophies, including a level of trophy achievement for this one. Decided not to endorse your park. We're going to shoot for that requirement, the stud requirement of, what was it, 42,000 or something like that. And that being said, we are off and running. So we're going to start off here with old Lex, and we're going to follow until we get to a gate. Now we're going to find a lock on this gate, so whatever shall we do? Well, we're going to actually target this target up above the little shack over here, and that'll actually drop some pieces down, including a crank that we can put on the left-hand side of the shack here, and actually opens up the Z doors to the shed. Shack, whatever, the hut, the hubba hut. I don't know what it is. It's something. Well, we'll slide on inside there with little Timmy. Timmy turns on his night vision goggles, and they look really goofy when they're walking out. You should definitely go back and look at that or check them out on your own. But there's a key inside, so we'll grab that key and we'll twist it. And make sure you grab the blue and a couple of studs before advancing through the door, because that will kick off the next level. So, oh yeah, shh, down in front. Gosh.
Okay. I'm gonna have to find the others. Deck so. I promise.
Is it? It's a velociraptor.
All right, once we gain control of our characters, you're going to be in control of Timmy. Switch on over to Lex and make your way down towards the left side. There is a raptor there, so be careful and look for that target up above. Now there's a whole, I don't know what that is. If it's just like a giant salami thing, it's like, it looks like a banana, you know, but I don't know. Big glob of bananas, but it's all sauce. I don't know what that is. So anyways, whatever it is, it distracts the raptor, and we are able to sneak on by and get into the middle row, or the kind of the third row, depending on how you're looking at it. Switch back onto Timmer and slide on through the little door, the mini door there. And when you do that, you see a raptor. He's kind of getting suspicious, and he sniffs you out. I don't know, there may be, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and flip the switch there, which then puts out target. You're going to switch back over to Lex, target that with your baseball, and knock it out the park. Once you do that, it actually distracts that raptor that was kind of getting suspect and suspicious over there. And at this point, we can switch back to Timmy and go all the way down and around, coming towards your screen again, and making our way all the way down to the left. This time we're going to push the cart, and it actually blocks the path of the original raptor that we were trying to get by. So now that we've got past that, we get a short little cinematic here where he comes over and is like, what's going on? This wasn't here a minute ago. Ooh, yummy. And yeah, so he gets all caught up in that, and we can move our way around. Here we find that there is another boost situation here. So another kind of new addition to the series. We certainly like it. Go ahead and hop on there with Lex, with your female character, and then walk on over there with Timmy. Timmy will eventually pop out the other end of the air ducting system here, which then again attracts one of the raptors. They're pretty smart, I'll give them that. As he's sniffing things out, we'll actually drop down the shelves and make our way and push yet another cart into the path of the raptor. And surprisingly, it actually gives us enough cover that Lex can make her way down and over. And now we can get over to the old refrigerator. But first, in order to get the door open, we have to blast one more target up top. And it should actually drop a couple of pieces that will allow us to build and complete the freezer or fridge door, which it's got that pink and blue lever, which means we need the girly girl to jump up and hang on it. Once we get that out of the way, it opens up the fridge, but it's dark in there. So switch on over to Timmy, and he'll put on his night vision goggles and get up in there and smash everything in sight. Once everything's done, go ahead and build it up, and we actually build ourselves a nice, what appears to be a soft serve machine, like you'd get at like Dairy Queen or your local ice cream place. But it fills up with two unfamiliar flavors, but you can see it's got like a nice little ice cream something there. It looks like a big old cone without a cone, If that makes any sense, I don't know. Anyways, it distracts the raptor nonetheless, and we trap him in there. And at this point, we can make our way back, but there's still one more raptor in the kitchen. And so we'll use Timmy here to kind of sneak on by, and as we advance, the raptor kind of gets a little suspicious and pokes his head maybe where it shouldn't belong a couple of times. But luckily for us, he doesn't see us on the first time. And he'll sneak out, and he keeps walking along, and we'll do the same. And this time, he actually gets stuck. And we'll take advantage of that because he knocks a bunch of pieces out. And we'll build those pieces up while he's stuck. And then we build up a nice little, I don't know what we'll call it. But in this particular case, the end result is pow, right in the kisser. So once we give it to him, bam, there we go. We can go ahead and get on by and get to a cutscene.
There.
Control room.
We can call for help? We gotta reboot the system first.
Put up the door locks! Gotta get back! Put up the door locks!
You can't hold it by yourself!
Alright, so for me, I have to be honest, the old reboot the system was really ironic for me because I actually had to play this level twice. And as I destroy the black and red shelving there and rebuild the tiles over here and push this, I don't know what this is, some sort of power source, a big plug or something, into place, it actually kicks in and gives us access to some more power on a computer over here. So, yeah, I got all the way to the end where the telephone rings and it didn't lock the door. The telephone started ringing, but the door didn't lock, so I couldn't advance. I actually had to replay this entire level over again. So, yeah, so once the power gets kicked in, there is a series of hacking. As you might remember from the Jurassic Park movie, Lex isn't much of a hacker. She's a young girl that maybe has touched 2 or 3 computers in her day. At least that's what the feeling I got. But she certainly finds a way to get through into the system, and she knows what Unix is, so I guess that's a bonus. But anyways, this is basically about as simple as it gets as far as the hacking tasks go. You literally follow your mouse cursor there along the path of these circles, and once you get to the big bouncing circle, press the icon indicated, which for me, as you can see, was square. So each time you do this, it actually gives you a little video feed of one of the other cameras out in the field. And first we saw was it Hammond and Ian hanging out. Now we got Nedry there. Now we're gonna move all the way down to the final one here. This one's a little bit of a longer path, but still the same easy peasy stuff. You just follow along and get to the end and press the button. Blammo. Oh, hey man, why don't you chill out? We just slammed him in the freezer a few minutes ago, if you remember, and he's already got on his long stocking and he's got the shivers already. So sorry about your luck, pal. Shouldn't have been following us around and being so curious. All right, so once we finish that hack, it actually blows a circuit down below and also reveals a little mini door that we can access with Timmy. So we'll go ahead and switch to Timmy, and we'll make our way over there, grabbing a few studs along the way. Now, keep in mind that Lex does have the ability to scream and shout and break that glass. We're going to avoid that for now. We're going to come back and free play and get all the collectibles that we are avoiding right now. But essentially what we need to do is make your way all the way down to the hallway, and it's fairly dark, so Timmy pulls out his glasses, his night vision glasses, and we'll go ahead and grab the big fuse that we can go ahead and place in the, I don't know, I guess it's a fuse panel. And once we do that, it actually kicks back up the power, and this time it doesn't blow up. But it does kick on another set of computers and gives us an opportunity to do some more hacking. And this one's a little bit different. So I applaud HTG Games in keeping it fresh. Because although there's a lot of rinse and repeat as far as this game goes, the rule of 3 and how the levels are beat and the 10 mini kits, there's certainly a lot of variety too. Like we just did one type of hacking, now we're going to do a different type of hacking. So this one is simply a game of memory. And it starts off really easy. All you have to do is hit the icon indicated on the middle square there, and it'll actually kick it off. And it'll move to the first set of colors. Go ahead and, we find that it helps to say them out loud. I know that sounds silly, but if you say red, green, yellow, and then the next time you come up here and you say it out, red, green, yellow, purple, and then it's easy to do. Red, green, yellow, purple, and yeah, so on and so forth. So, and all right, this one's a little bit more difficult. We got red, green, yellow, blue, purple, or is it purple, blue? Might have screwed it up there, but either way, it's purple, blue. I know, I was just fooled you. But once you get that all done, this is when the door should lock and the telephone should start ringing. This is where it went gunny bag for me and it did not work. But as you can see, the raptor is no longer worried about us and he chases after the worker up top. I don't know if that's who specifically that is, but it's certainly not going to end well for him. But we answer the phone and we find out that, guess what? We still need a way out of here because there is an angry raptor in the room next door. Thanks to the power coming on, it actually switched the viewing room over there. And now there's a raptor, and he is not happy. He's busting through, or trying to anyways, through that glass. So we'll switch to Alan and build up the bouncing bones here, because he's the only one, I believe, out of all these guys that can build those up. Ellie might be able to do it too, but Alan certainly works, and we'll climb up for a cutscene.
Move! Move!
All right, we find ourselves on this high scaffolding. We'll go ahead and drop down and switch to Alan Grant if you're not already him. And we'll use his raptor claw to go ahead and actually disrupt all of what we're hanging out on here. And it actually quickly gives us access to this lower level. And as everything comes crashing down, we find ourselves on this second level over here. But we're trapped because there's bars and a raptor. And what we need to do is actually smash quite a few things. First, to grab all the studdage. Cha, 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 cha. Then once we get that done, there's actually this little flower pot thingy here. We're going to go ahead and destroy that and then use Ellie to go ahead and water the flower or the root there, the seed, whichever you want to call it. And it grows a bunch of shrubs, and they actually intermingle with the raptor on the other side here, which actually kind of traps him, and it will allow us to use Timmy to slip into that little mini hole. And he'll go ahead and pop out the other side, and we can go ahead and smash all of the bricks in the middle here. And once we get it all done, there's actually a bunch to be built. So we'll build them up, and it actually builds kind of a makeshift bridge, which we can now switch. You see him giving the old, I don't know if you caught that or not. You might go back and look at Timmy giving the old, I guess he could have been going, oh no, but it looked like he was giving the old ears waving around. Anyways, here goes a cutscene.
Ellie, this way.
All right, so we actually get to control T-Rex right here for a brief second, but it's only to fight the raptor, and it's basically just a series of QuickTime events where you just have to hit the icon indicated. Some are a series of taps, while others are just a single tap, and you can tell if there's like the pressure gauge on there where you have to tap, 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 or if you're just actually, pressing it once. But once you throw the raptor off to the side for the first time, switch to Alan Grant and make your way into that back corner. Use the raptor claw to go ahead and drop a bunch of stuff onto his head, which will kind of cause him to go, ouchie. And then we'll switch back to T-Rex when he makes his way back over there. And we'll continue to press more buttons. And I believe I got all of them on time, but I might have missed one or two on there. So he grabs him and throws him over yet again. And at this point, we're going to have to switch on over to Lex And there is a target up high left, as you can see now. So we'll go ahead and target that with our baseball and drop a bucket, or maybe a barrel, I'm not sure what that is. Drop it right off the raptor's head, but he comes back for one last time, because you know the rule of 3. And this time he jumps up on the back, but we ain't having that. Ain't nobody got time for that. We grab him and spin him around and stomp him around for the finish him. And we gotta wiggle woggle back and forth, and eventually it rolls us out to the final cinematic.
After careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park.
So have I.
All right. The Visitor Center story level complete. Free play unlocked. We got the decided not to endorse your park trophy achievement, and we got a handful of studs too. Now, before we get into all the characters and things that we collected here, it's important to note that all 4 of the endings of these movies have a true survivor requirement. And I believe they're all, well, I know the first one's 40,000. I haven't played the rest of them, but it is important to not skip the credits and actually control T-Rex and run through until you get at least 40,000 studs. Now, I continue to run through, and I go all the way to the end, and I get like 150,000 studs just for playing as T-Rex running in a chase scene at the end there. So, as you can see, we're compiling all of the remainder of the characters and vehicles that you were awarded for completing the story for the first movie. And but yeah, that's it. So make sure you play and don't skip the credits. And other than that, the first movie's done. Woohoo! 1 down, 3 to go. Hopefully you guys found these videos useful so far. If you guys have any suggestions, requests, anything that you'd like to see, please let us know. We already saw 1 thumbs down, but nobody commented as to why. So we always want to know so we can improve. Head on over to Facebook, Twitter, comment, vote, subscribe down below. We also have Instagram, G+, Twitch, and HappyThumbsGaming.com. Links for all of these and more can be found down below in the video description. So check those out, utilize them, click them, subscribe, follow, like, do whatever. And yeah, as for me, you know me, I got more work to do. But as always, until next time. That was terrible. Anyways.